Hey guys, welcome to Pet Rambles. I'm Pet and I'm going to ramble about Dungeon Crawler Card, The Butcher's Masquerade, basically Dungeon Crawler Card book number 5. I can't believe it's book number 5 and I am preparing to read book number 6, and at the end of this month, it's September 2025, book number 7 is going to come out on hardcover and I plan to buy it. But yeah, look how beautiful this hardcover is. Look how thick it is. I actually made a video with all the hardcovers books I have so far, just to show you how they look and how fantastic they are. The series is fantastic overall. This is going to be like a spoilers video. There is no point to this is kind of like the video that you are going to watch after you yourself read the book itself and you want to see another opinion. But I made a spoiler-free review, which I made after reading the first 3 series, and I tell you all about it, why it's fun to read and so on. Then in May, I've done a spoiler video about book number 4, where I said Dungeon Crawler Call is getting even better. Yeah, because there were a couple of seeds being planted, and for the future, some of those things are starting to appear in this book, and it was pretty enjoyable. But with this book, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. Why? See, first book. This is the first book. Another fantastic cover, by the way. This is how thick it is, right? This is book number 5 in comparison. Book number 6 is even thicker than this. Book number 7 is even thicker than book number 6. This is a bundle of joy, of fun. You read it, you laugh, and then you see some depth. It's not only about fun. This is why the series is great. The characters are great. There is depth there on how Carl is going to screw up the system, because this is unfair of what's being happening to them, to everybody. Those are people who are basically killed, murdered for entertainment by some aliens, right? So yeah, there is depth there, besides the fun. This is starting to be more depth than fun, because it's you don't have this much to say. Why do you have this much to say? And why I mean by this is that, this was enjoyable, and at the end, the last 200 pages maybe, I got confused by a big number of side characters, even the main characters, because there are so many things going on. I was like, I remember this character being important. This is kind of like his plotline. His plotline is going to end right now, but I don't have the emotional impact that it's supposed to happening, which again, it might be my fault. It's harder for me to get emotionally invested in general, let's say, but I can't keep track of everything. And even at the end of the whole thing, the Butcher's Masquerade, when they finally got, it's pretty clear. I'm going into spoilers right now. Even at the end, when the thing and the planning and so on, everything was way too confusing for me. And I'm like, why does it have to be this confusing? Why it can't be simpler? There are simple things. There are a lot of things that I've enjoyed, but the apogee, what's the English word for it? The culminating of everything. The culminating of everything, it's happening at the end, and I'm spending the end confused, which again, it might not be the book's fault, it might be my fault. That's the way I am. So yeah, basically, as I've said, this is how thick it is. This book has almost 700 and something pages, almost 800. No, 700 and something. I was under the impression that it's 800 and something. But the next one is 800 and for sure, and the 7th one is almost 900 pages, or even more, I think. I am curious what's going to happen, but I am a bit concerned on how much I'm going to enjoy this. To be fair, another thing that's on my head right now is that I'm way behind making videos about the books that I've read. I'm way behind. Even this book, I've read another one after this one, and I haven't made a video of it. I'm like 5 books behind, and maybe I need to get those books out of my head, because I write the notes, I write my impressions. So I just need to hit record, edit video, and put it up. And maybe it's holding on my. It's also like with the trilogies. I've started so many trilogies that I'm kind of like to a point where I don't want to start any more series. I just want a simple book that I will read and then I will be done with it, so I don't have to remember everything. I think it's a bit too messy in my head with all the books that are going around. Do you guys have this problem? I mean, I've started with Robin's Hope, Ship of Magic, and I'm on the second book for the past 4 months because I keep oscillating between it. I've read The Way of Kings this year. Last year I've read Mistborn. I haven't started the second, and now with this one I finished book number 5. The 6 and the 7 are coming up, and I think I will just power through it, and this will be like for this year. But anyway, let's check my notes to see what else I want to tell you. Things on my list a little bit are over the place, so bear with me. I kind of enjoy what Prepotente did with the next floor number 7, on how they immediately solved it, and they went to floor number 8. It seems that everything is kind of getting towards floor number 9. And that's a little bit interesting because I know that some of the characters that happened here kind of got teleported into on floor number 9. I kind of forgot the rules. Again, it's a lot of things, but I kind of enjoy what Prepotente did with level number 7 and how we just skipped a level at the end of the book. I wasn't expecting it. Like I was kind of like got confused with all the puzzles and so on and so on. Okay, we've killed everyone. Let's go to the next floor, and then this is happening. I was like, okay, nice. Prepotente, the goat, also became an interesting character. He's dealing with loss by isolating himself. I'm curious to see if he will come back. I mean, he's isolating himself after I forgot the character name, died, and the way she died. That was an interesting place on how emotional, how that character, again forgot the name, is asking Carl for help, and he's coming there, and it's pretty clear that she's going to die. But then Carl is marking her on the ring, so he will get more stats because it was pretty clear that she's going to die. And then how Prepotente is dealing with the loss and how he wants to isolate himself, but he's also becoming a pretty important, pretty good character. He's going out. I'm curious if he's going to come back in or if he's holding any kind of grudge towards Carl. I haven't seen anything like that, but I'm curious. Then we finally got Beatrice. That was a long time coming. I was curious like how that's going to be handled, and I'm curious if there are more things going to come with Beatrice, or if this was just a tease, because it's clear that they prepared something for her. She kind of got memory loss or something. She was very confused and so on. Carl and Donald got closure with her, but I'm curious if they are trying more, or simply this was. I was expecting this Beatrice coming up to be some kind of important plot line and something more important to happen. They were planning in the book. I'm not saying what the author was planning. In the book, they were planning to have her do something, but they changed the plans and she's just there, and she kind of got saved and so on. Again, a bit confused with that. But it was nice that Carl and Princess Donut got closure. But I'm curious if this is just a plotline that this was it, and we are not going to see that character on. Lucy Amar, which seems to be like a recurring bad character. I kind of enjoy that. I was kind of like thinking right now, what are the plot lines that are keep going on, because some of them open, some of them close, some of them open again. But Lucy Amar seems to be like a recurring bad character. And that character got even more depth right now with the fact that she might be schizo, right? There are personalities living inside of her. And you know how there are no children allowed on the floor. And if someone becomes a children, it's just getting teleported out. One of the personalities might be children. And that was a bit intriguing. I kind of enjoyed that. I also like how Carl is bending the rules. It's kind of course, that's a recurring thing with Carl bending the rules. But it was really funny on how he can't kill an administrator right now. They are prepared for that, right, and all that. It was really funny on how they put him to go to CrawlCon or however it's called. It was called to go on floors to sign autographs and whatnot. I remember two characters who were like, what were they brothers? And they were like two heads in the same body. On how they died, and it seems that they're how do they call Mordecai equivalent of that they were having the guide. Uh, their guy told him to pick this race, and they kind of got mashed up together. But the thing is that when they die, they become children, right, or something like that, and they immediately got teleported out. So in a way, it was a win of what they were doing. This was also interesting. We also saw a lot of dungeon politics again. This is something that I kind of like. The AI who's kind of losing his mind, and this is kind of like a second-hand AI, and how he's kind of doing your own thing, and the politics of the. I kind of want to know more about the politics of the whole game, of the whole institution. I think I enjoyed that more than all these secondary characters that appeared. It was really funny on how Carl asked for a lawyer and he got a lawyer because he got some stone which I forgot in the last book or something, and I was like, you cannot have this, it's too dangerous, but it's yours, and we can't take it away because of the rules, but if you give it back you will get it. If you give it to us, we will give you this, and you will get the stone back at floor number 9 or something like that. So that was interesting. That character was kind of reusing this word interesting all over the place. But yeah, that character was interesting. And yeah, CrawlCon, last thing that I want to mention, which I kind of mentioned already. CrawlCon, it was funny to see Carl have to attend the convention. I like how Benning the law auditor, how he had to spend time in art contest, and he had to give ratings and everything, and one of the characters was like, this is my niece, if you give her a good rating I will give you something. that was nice. But yeah, kind of this was it. I'm again, as I've said, I'm getting a little bit concerned. I'm curious if I'm the only one, because whenever I go online and I look at other people's videos, I don't have friends who read this series, so sometimes after I read, I take my notes, I put everything in, what I want to say, what I want to speak, and then I watch a couple of videos to see what other people are saying. Everybody seems to be like 5 stars, and so on and so on. Like, it's so great, that happened. And I was like, yeah, okay, but I'm kind of like, I want the fun in it, and it started to have too much depth and less fun. Let's put it like that. Because too many streams are going on, and my mind, English is not my main language. That's generally not a problem. I can handle a lot of things, but I don't know. I'm a bit concerned because, and I do want to enjoy everything because, look how thick book number 6 is, and then book number 7, it's even thicker than this. Those are like serious numbers here. The Eye of Bedlam Bride, it's this book number 6, and this one has 810 pages, something like that. But I really love what they've done with those books. Check the video if you want to see everything. So yeah, anyway, this is kind of it. I just wanted to raise my concerns. That's the main thing. And now I'm preparing to do videos about the 5 other books that I've read. Oh man, The Way of Kings. I haven't even took notes for The Way of Kings because that was like way too much for me too, but enjoyable. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this. See you soon. Goodbye.